Alright boys, welcome back to another Maybe Lewis MMA video. So, Noche UFC was this past weekend. I just wanted to make a little video about the fights I think they should make after Noche UFC. I'm not going to talk about all the fights on the card. I'm just talking about the ones I think were most important. So yeah, starting with the main event, your boy got a little notebook with the fights he has. Alright, so starting with the main event, the loser, Gene Silva. He looked good during that fight, but obviously he got caught with a spinning elbow. He got too aggressive with his hands down. He still looked good. I still think he could fight with the top dogs, but I think he should fight a little back in the rankings, get his feet back under him. Who else to do that with than Dan Ige? Boys, would this fight not be a banger? Gene Silva versus Dan Ige, they're going to go out there throwing bombs. I think this would be a great striking match. Dan Ige never backs down from a fight. Great grizzled vet, and I think that would just be a banger. All right, now, Diego Lopez. I think he should fight Mavsar. Diego Lopez versus Mavsar 2. And this should be on the undercard. No, this should be on the same card as Volk versus Murphy. I think that's who's going to get the title shot. I think that's who should get the title shot, because Mavsar pulled out versus Pico. Lerone Murphy went up there, a few weeks' notice and knocked him out. Round 1, spinning elbow. And yeah. And what I think they're going to do in that division also is Yair versus Aljo. That's what they should do for featherweight. So the co-main, the loser, Rob Font, lost to an unranked guy on short notice. Didn't look good. He's getting up there in age, but I think they should just rebook his fight with Raul Rosas. And yeah, not much to say about that. He looked pretty bad in that fight. Now, David Martinez took that fight on short notice versus a striker. Great striker. Went out there, did his thing. But I think he should defend his ranking. He passed the striking test, but I think it's time to try and pass his grappling test. Who other than to do that than with Bryce Mitchell, Thug Nasty? I think that's the fight they should make. David Martinez versus Bryce Mitchell. That's the next fight to make. Now, some other fights I want to talk about. Tatiana Suarez versus Lemos. Amanda Lemos just lost to Tatiana Suarez, but she hasn't been that bad recently. She just beat Ian, what's her name? Ian Lucindo, but she lost to Jandra Doba. She's like a win-loss kind of guy, kind of fighter. So I think her next fight, since she just lost to Suarez, should be against Lupi Godinez. Lupi's on a 2-fight win streak. She beat Paulistri and Andrade. She's looking pretty good in, strawweight or flyweight? I don't know. Looking pretty good in those last 2 fights, so I think she should get that test. Lemos got a title shot before. She fought Wei Lee. She just lost to Suarez, so she's got that experience. And, it would be good to see Lupi go out there and see what she could do against someone with that type of experience. Now, Tatiana Suarez. This is a no-brainer. She should definitely get the next title shot against the winner versus Dern and Jandra Doba. I personally think Jandra Doba wins that. So it should probably be Suarez versus Jandra Doba next. And yeah, I think Suarez beats both of them anyway. All right, next fight. And the last fight, because there wasn't really that many important fights this card. Hernandez versus Ferreira. Now, first I'm going to talk about Diego Ferreira. Obviously, he got knocked out. He didn't look too bad, but his striking, he didn't really get to get it going because, Hernandez hops around a lot, moves around, circles around. Got caught with a right hand. He was supposed to fight Bobby Green. I forget what card, but Bobby Green pulled out. Rebooked that fight. Bobby Green versus Diego Ferreira. Both coming off getting knocked out. Both getting up there in age. So yeah, just rebook Bobby Green versus Diego Ferreira. That's definitely the next fight to make for him. And now, the last fighter I want to talk about. Alexander Hernandez. What is he on? A 3-fight winning streak? He's on a 3-fight winning streak. I think back-to-back knockouts. Who was it? Hooper and now Diego Ferreira. You know, he's built together that 3-fight win streak. I think he deserves his chance at the rankings. Who better than to who he called out after his fight? Alexander Hernandez versus Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is on a losing streak. What's his losing streak? Oliveira, then Paddy. 2-fight losing streak, but his last one was Tony Ferguson, so he's really doesn't have much of a case for a great UFC lightweight ranking fighter. I think they should do Alexander Hernandez versus Michael Chandler. Give him that shot in the rankings. You know, 3-fight win streak. He's been doing pretty good. And yeah, that'll be it for this video, boys. Those are the fights I think they should make after Noche UFC. It's a pretty decent card, but yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Next video coming, UFC Perth Fight Night. What is it? Olberg versus Reyes. That'll be my next card predictions. And who knows, might be another video in between there, but stay tuned, boys. Peace.